All right. Let me get my act together. 1 second. Hold up, y'all. Listen up, y'all. The beat is here. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let me get everything together. Man, welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Winner's Diet Show. I am your host, Mac Solomon, aka Project Mac. Man, welcome back, you guys. Um, Yeah, man, I'm feeling a little bit better. I know last show I was pretty under the weather. I still am, still got a cough, still got somewhat of a fever, but the cough is still there. Still not 100%. I still haven't worked out um in the last week or so, just not feeling the best, man. So I would say the new year is off not to the best start right now for your boy, man. It's not off to a great start. We're 7 days in to the new year, and I'm not feeling it, man. Just still sick, still got a very bad cold. Um, I'm trying my best to hydrate up, drink my fluids, getting my vitamins in. Excuse me. And I'm still here, man. I'm still doing these lives as much as I can. Um, just because I want to get on here and still show up, even though I'm fucked up. But yeah, I would say, man, the start of the year is not off to a great start. It's not how I envisioned it, unfortunately. But let me get this light right, this lighting together. Um, but yeah, man, this is kind of where we are with it, man. Unfortunately, this is kind of how things have to be. But hopefully it gets better. I know it will get better. This is just a short setback. Um, but I'm doing everything I can to get healthier, so I can get back to my normal routine. But man, these last couple this last week has been horrible, man. Horrible. I think I've been sick this long two times in my life. It might have been last year or the year before that, but I was sick for like 7 to 10 days or something crazy like that. I was super sick. This was like not too long ago. So I've been sick for a long period of time before. This is just going through it, man. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of other people that I'm around that are coughing and have flu-like symptoms. So I'm not the only one that's sick. Um, so I just gotta hang in there, man, and keep going. Showing up even though I don't feel like it. I'll be honest, man. Right now, I am not the most motivated right now. Real like I can't even focus on my day-to-day stuff because I'm just not in it right now. I'm not into it. But it's a crazy bug going around that's making everybody sick um over the last couple of weeks. And your boy caught it, man. So I haven't felt my best. Excuse me. See, still haven't. And it just is what it is, man. So we'll be here, and the trolls are coming in. The trolls have officially arrived in the chat. Shout out to you. But I'm not gonna acknowledge you. But I will acknowledge this guy, Samuel. 7Z8F4W says, hey, bro, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. My birthday is on Monday. So happy birthday to you, man. Shout out to Capricorns all across the world. It is Capricorn season officially. So yeah, shout out to all the Capricorns. He said, "Can you sing to me?" Hell no. That's as far as you going. Hey, all you gonna get is a happy birthday, bro. That's it. All you're gonna get is a happy birthday. I'm not singing to no grown ass man. Fuck out of here. Anyway, um, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna try to make it through this show We got 28 of y'all in here. And I'm gonna try and power through this show because your man is not feeling the best. So we'll see how it goes, man. Mason Masona Q711 says, "Hi, how's your day going?" I've been better. I'll be honest. I've been better. You know, um, I'm still sick. I've been sick for the last week or so. Excuse me. So I'm trying to get back to it. You know, just trying to get back right. But it is what it is. Uh, can you give advice for speak English? Just practice. I would say just practice. Practice every day. Listen to music. That is a good one. Also, I heard that before because you know, I've been trying to learn Spanish. So they said if you want to learn Spanish, listen to the music. So I would say just listen to music and just practice, man. Watch a lot of movies as well. All right. Who else we got in here? Shout out to Joe Costa. Joe Costa 6924. What's going on? What's going on? We got a lot of y'all in here, man. It's gonna be a good show today, man. It's gonna be a good show. I'm gonna try and just bulldoze through today's show. But let's get to it. Today, man, we got a great show lined up. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hey, Libby, how you doing? Shout out to you. Shout out to Libby. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, please. Comment down below any fitness questions you guys would like to see at all. I will answer fitness questions in the chat. Fitness questions, life questions, whatever you guys want to ask me about, the Winner's Diet brand when it comes to just self-improvement, fitness, life, whatever the case is, go ahead and put that in the comments. But besides that, man, let's get straight to the show. You guys know we have our two segments in the beginning, the Fit Report, reporting on fitness news, excuse me, things happening in the fitness industry. And then we have our second segment, What the Fitness, reporting on viral, trendy fitness videos, Winner's Diet-esque videos, and just giving my commentary on that. And then we have the main event today. The main event, we are talking about how you need to raise your standards or pay the price. So we will break that down towards the 45 to 50-minute mark. Man, my voice is just killing me today, man. But I'm going to try to fight through it. All right. And that will be today's show, man. So let's get straight to it. We got the first article in the Fit Report. Let's get straight to it. All right, here we go. So dry January proves tough early on with 27% dropping out by day 3. Dry January is seeing record participation with close to half of people who drink monthly saying they have tried the challenge. The trend points to a growing cultural shift towards moderation. While about 73% make it through the full month, roughly 1 in 3 report difficulties tied to cravings and social pressure. Participation is highest among millennials and higher income earners. Research also shows success rates improve when people use added support, including medication and non-alcoholic or alcohol alternatives, reinforcing dry January's place as a mainstream health movement that benefits from practical tools. All right. So, um, are you guys in dry January right now? Um, Look, man, this is gonna come down to a number of things. One is your discipline. Obviously, that's always going to be the forefront of any type of habit, addiction, whatever. Your discipline has to be very secure. Number 2 is your environment. So if you're around people that drink a lot and you're trying to be sober, right? Good luck. Good luck. There's certain things that you have to do by yourself. Like you can't try to bring everybody along with you, or you can't be around people that are doing something that you're trying to escape. So if I'm an alcoholic, I can't be around friends that like to go drink. I just can't do it. I can't be around friends that like to go out constantly, hit the bar, hit the club. It doesn't really make sense. If you got roommates that drink a lot, it's going to be even tougher. So, I mean, look, man, there's so many factors that causes people to relapse. One is their discipline, two is their lack of purpose in life. They don't have a bigger picture mentality, right? Um and three, man, what they're trying to escape from is bigger than their actual goal, right? One second. So a lot of people will try to give up things for the new year, new resolutions, but what they don't realize is these things are bigger than their actual goal. So quitting is harder than getting to the actual goal. So they have to find a they have to find a reason so strong that will make going back drinking again or going back to that bad habit just seem nonsensical. But the problem is a lot of these addictions control us. We don't control it. And that's where a lot of people fall. So dry January, no nut November, whatever the case is, whatever you want to do, right? Like if it's not bigger than your actual goal, you will always fall victim to it. It's just hard, man. People have vices, and those vices are just incredibly hard to put away. We all have vices, but the issue is we let the vices control us. We fall victim to our vices every single day because we don't have that self-control. If we had self-control, we could walk by alcohol and not even think twice about opening that thing up. Right? We can walk by a bakery or a plate of cookies and not think about picking it up and eating it. Right? We can walk by uh I don't know, a joint and not thinking about lighting it up. Like that's how strong my discipline is. But I had to get there to a certain like I had to really build my way up there. Like it didn't happen overnight. If I said I'm not doing something, I'm not doing it. But it didn't happen just like that. I had to gradually build my way up there. It took years. It took a lot of trials and tribulations. It took a lot of, you know, mental training for me to get there. So, for people that say, "Hey, man, I'm going to stop drinking in January. I'm going to stop drinking." If you don't already have a level of discipline, it really doesn't make any difference. It really doesn't, right? It's not going to make a big difference because you're always going to fall victim to that because that thing controls you. It controls everything about you. So, um, yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's trying to make a change, but that discipline really has to be strong, man. All right, here we go. We got another super chat. Okay, I have a real hard time talking to girls. I get like scared or something when I try. Um, you're thinking too hard about this, man. And another thing, stop jacking off too, because that's another reason why you have social anxiety with women. Like y'all jack off too much. So stop jacking off, man. I'm really being honest. Like y'all are jacking off way too much because y'all are not looking at women as people. Because you're being stimulated by another outlet that doesn't, require you to work for what you're trying to get. Right. So that's one, right? Stop watching porn. That's gonna help you talk to women. And two, man, just start making random conversations with people when you're out and about. This is not just women. Like start with men too. Pause. But I'm just saying, like, just start making random conversations with people. Hey, how's it going today? Hey, I like your shoes. You know, it's just little things like that those repetitions help you with your you being social. Because I know with me, I was the same way. Like it was hard for me to talk to girls growing up. I was always very shy. I wouldn't talk to them unless they talked to me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get good at it until I got older, but I just started talking to different people. I started talking to men, women, I started making random conversations, you know, I just started being more outgoing, and then that helped me be more social. That helped me with my conversation game, and just also study people that are good with dealing with people. You'll notice that they have a certain type of charisma that you can't always copy and emulate it, right? But you can just take certain bits of it and kind of make it your own. So everybody has a certain type of charisma that you won't be able to copy, but you can also take little bits and pieces of what they do and just try to make it your own. So that's always helped me too. All right, let's move on to the second article here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, please and thank you. All right, here we go. This article says 3 tablespoons of ketchup has more sugar than a glazed donut. 3 tablespoons of ketchup can contain more sugar than a glazed donut. Many commercial ketchup brands derive a large portion of their calories from added sugars, often in the form of high fructose corn syrup or concentrated tomato sugars. When compared gram for gram, multiple servings of ketchup can exceed the sugar content of common desserts. This adds up quickly when used regularly. Yeah. And I've always said this, man, especially when people are trying to lose weight. This is why it's so important to track everything that you're putting in your body, especially the condiments. The condiments are the silent killer when it comes to calories, right? These are the calories that add up without you realizing. Ketchup, barbecue sauce, artificial sweeteners, um, mayonnaise, whatever, mustard. Like these things add up over time. So if you're not paying attention, even olive oil, when you guys are cooking, right? Olive oil, these things add up. So 1 tablespoon of olive oil can be 75 calories. Some of y'all are dumping damn near half the bottle in there when you're cooking, but then you're wondering why you can't lose weight. You're not tracking the silent killers. These are the silent killers. Condiments. Oh, it's always the condiments. Not to mention, excuse me, not to mention the liquid calories, right? The juices, the sodas, the wines, all these things add up over time, man. So you really have to be paying attention to everything that you're putting on your plate, especially when you're trying to lose weight or just get back in shape overall. It's going to be a lot harder if you're not paying attention to these little minor details that most people miss and look over, right? Because I've had plenty of clients that are like, man, I'm tracking everything. I'm tracking my meals. I'm tracking this and that. I'm like, okay, well, are you tracking like the oils? Are you tracking the condiments? Like, I'm sure you use condiments, sauces, right? Are you tracking that? Oh no. Okay, well, track that next time you eat it. You eat, and then come back to me and let me know how much that adds up to. And then they come back to me and they realize, oh wow, like these things have been slowly adding up, not to mention the carbohydrate factor in it, not to mention the sugar content that's in it. These things can really make a big difference when it comes to being in a calorie deficit or trying to be in a calorie deficit, you know? So always watch what you're putting in your body when it comes to condiments, liquid calories. These things tend to get overlooked a lot more than people realize. All right, let's move on to the next article. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you guys are looking to get in shape, right? If you're stuck with your workouts and you don't know how to get in shape, you don't know how to work out, what to do, make sure you guys get my free 7-day fat loss guide. It's free. All you got to go to is winnersdietclub.com and get that. All right. Or get it in the chat. All right. All right. Let's hit the next article here. What we got? What we got? One second. One second. Where we at with it, man? I know we had one more. Didn't we have one more? I'm pretty sure we had one more. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. I talked about this. I talked about this dude a couple weeks ago. So Big X the Plug. If you guys are not familiar with Big X the Plug, he's a rapper from Texas, I think Dallas. And he's a very large rapper. I'll say that. He's a very high calorie rapper. But it looks like he's sharing his fitness journey to avoid BBL and body work allegations. Interesting. So it says he's documenting his fitness journey to shut down rumors of cosmetic work. In an Instagram posted on January 5th, the Texas rapper explained that his gym grind speaks for itself, stressing that his results will come from the hard work and dedication, not a BBL or any procedures. All right, let's take a look.
And the only reason I'm showing y'all this shit, that nigga really putting in his work, sweat, and all this other shit, is because I don't need y'all motherfuckers popping out saying, oh, Big X the Plug got a BBL, got his body done. Nah, nigga. This our hard work, dedication, nigga. Come on, man. Yeah. Get up, get active, drink some water, hit that gym. I've been rich. Now it's time for me to be wealthy. Come on, man. And I know some of y'all might not understand that. Y'all saying, oh, what you mean you already rich? Now you're trying to be wealthy. They say health is wealth. I got the money. Now I need to be healthy so I can be wealthy. You did. See? And the only reason I'm showing y'all this shit.
Hey, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. It's funny when fat people get in shape or try to get in shape. Now they become motivational speakers. That's always the funniest thing to me. But shout out to that brother, man, for getting in shape, and taking his health serious, because that dude is man. I don't know if y'all see how this dude look, man, but he is super overweight. This is like morbidly obese to the 10th degree. So the fact that he's putting his health first and getting himself back in shape, um, highly is very commendable, man. And I wish more rappers and entertainers would take that route and use that as motivation. Because I talked about how back in the day, um, a lot of the superstars in the rap industry, man, they were in shape. You look at 50 Cent, Ja Rule, DMX, Tupac, LL, like these dudes were in shape. And that's not to say there were superstars that weren't in shape, but image was a big thing, especially if you wanted to sell to women. Like you had to be in shape. Nelly was another one, right? Yeah. So, these things were important back then, but I think we've lost that within the last couple of years due to, and there's, I mean, we could be here for hours debating why, but one of the biggest reasons why most of the rappers have lost their image as far as like sex appeal is because the music shifted more to like drug using and just degenerative stuff. I mean, it was always degenerative, but it was more just now doing drugs, taking pills, just kind of just being a junkie. you know. So we're in the era now of just junkie rap, right? People just rapping about getting high. And I'll be honest, man, you can't really talk about that and then still have a lean physique. It's damn near impossible. So um I'm liking this look. I hope Gunna inspired a lot of these rappers to get back in the gym. Excuse me. I hope Gunna inspired these rappers to get back in the gym. Because he's shifting his brand, he's rebranding himself to more of of a ladies' man. The more appealing to women. So I mean, if you want to sell records, that's kind of what you got to do. Just being honest. Like we haven't had a rapper of this generation that was a superstar that was in peak physical shape. It's just like I'm talking about on the level of a Drake or a Kendrick. Drake tried to get in shape, but I mean, he had fake abs allegations, so that doesn't count. I don't know. I can neither confirm or deny, but his body wasn't. If you look at the photos of Drake, it kind of looks a little suspect. But I mean, it just is what it is, man. Like that's just not a priority for a lot of people, and then sometimes that's okay, but it is what it is. Anyway, all right, then let's move on to the next segment. What the fitness? Shout out to everybody in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. All right, let's take a look at what we got next. All right, here we go. So this person is ranking the best gym chains draft. And I wonder what the criteria is based off of. All right. So let's take a look at the best gym chains that these guys are going to put. All right. Let's take a look.
Pick Planet Fitness.
Bro, it has a lung cologne.
Hey, just be nice.
You can't even wear a tank. You can't even.
Planet Fitness is number one. That is absolute horseshit. Planet Fitness doesn't even have a bench press, let alone, I don't think they have any showers. Yeah, it's $10 a month. Are they going by price range? Is that how they're ranking this? Because this is already off to a bad start.
And grunt.
$10 a month. They got all the machines you need.
Planet Fitness once, lifetime.
So I went $10 a month. You went $150 a month.
I like the amendment.
Okay, so this guy has more sense. Lifetime is number one. I would put Lifetime as my number one as well. You have the wellness aspect. You have, you have the recovery aspect. You have state-of-the-art equipment. You have spas and cafes in the gym. I've been to the one in Laguna Beach in LA. That one was fantastic. That shit was crazy. Not to mention the networking that you have in there, the people that you meet. So Lifetime is definitely number one.
He's a fancy guy. All right. Gold's Gym. They're normally all pretty good.
To agree, that was on my list. EOS.
See, you're going fancy.
EOS. I would have put Equinox under Lifetime. Again, same thing as far as equipment, networking. Obviously, price your membership so you get a certain clientele in there. So I will put Equinox in as my number two.
On me.
It's $10 a month.
EOS's?
Yeah, but they have a cinema.
They have a movie theater?
They have a cinema where you can do cardio. Phenomenal.
I ain't never been to an EOS. I'm trying to think of best. I hate LA Fitness.
Your best was Planet Fitness.
Yeah, Planet Fitness is underrated. Equinox. Getting on your fancy level.
It's getting a little bit more difficult now. Crunch.
Solid gym. $15 a month. Screw it. No more gym chains. I'm going my home gym. Crush It Coliseum. Best gym I've been to.
Never heard of that.
We're doing.
It's on now, baby.
Oh, okay. B1 Banus Gym in Dubai.
Okay,
never heard of that one.
Haven't been to Dubai yet. You know one that I just went to that I'd never been to? Alpha Land.
Gold's Gym.
Never been to Alpha Land, but I know people that have been there. That shit looks crazy. So I definitely got to go over there. My next time I go to Houston. That one looks insane. That might be too much for me though. Like I don't like gyms that are like that big, man. It's just it's too much to explore. It's too much to get done. I like my gym smaller, more private based. But his is Gold's Gym Venice is 5. I've been there before. Great gym, great atmosphere. OG when it comes to like the bodybuilding, fitness. You're gonna meet a lot of retired power lifters, bodybuilders. You might run into the legends in there. You might run into Arnold in there. So Gold's Gym, definitely a great gym.
Venice Beach.
Bev Francis Gym in Syosset, New York.
Metro, Flex, Arlington.
Whose gyms are better? Let us know.
Yeah, never heard of those. But yeah, man, if I had to choose for my 5, My top 5 gyms of all time, just from what people know. Lifetime will be number 1. I got Lifetime at 1. I got Equinox at 2. I'm gonna go Gold's Gym. No, I'm gonna go Gold's Gym Venice at 2. I'll put Equinox at 3. I'll put damn, that's a good one, man. I mean, my last 2 would be like private gyms, so people wouldn't know that. I'll probably put like and I've been to a lot of gyms, bro. I've been to a lot of gyms. I went to a gym in LA, it's not around no more, but Self-Made Fitness at 4. And then I would do like man. My 5 would probably be, man, that's a good one, man. For 5, damn, I would probably do, I don't know. I couldn't. Gold's Gym in Glendale was good too. I put that in there. All right, let's move on to the next video here. Hit that like button, please. Hit that subscribe button. All right, again, you guys, just like the first video, this video says the type of dinner your mom makes the day you start your calorie deficit. All right, yeah, this is what happens, man. This is the turn the music off. This is what happens. The type of dinner your mom makes the day you start your calorie deficit. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, it's hard, man, especially when you're living with your mom or your parents. It's very hard. If you're living with your parents, man, if you're a young guy, young lady living with your parents, and your culture is different when it comes to like food, and you're in a calorie deficit or you're trying to lose weight, it's going to be very hard, man, because temptation is going to be there like every single day. Like your mom or your dad's going to make food, and you're over here trying to eat your chicken and rice and green beans and shit. And they're over here making the food that your culture eats, you know, that you love. But you know that you got to stick to the program, and it's very hard, man. It's very hard. So if you're in that position, I would say, man, because I've been there before, don't restrict yourself. Like, you know, you can still enjoy that, but at the same time, prioritize the main thing. Always prioritize the main thing. It doesn't matter what's going on, Christmas, lunch, dinner. I know guys that have been that were competing in bodybuilding competitions during Thanksgiving. So they couldn't even eat what was being prepared for Thanksgiving, which was crazy to me. I'm like, damn, bro, you can't just get one thing. Like, you can't just enjoy it one day. Like, no, bro, I can't do it. I respect the discipline. You know, like I respect the discipline. I salute the discipline, but goddamn, man, like you can't just enjoy yourself for one day and then get back to it. But some people, man, they have a different level of focus, and that's why they're where they're at. You know, so you have to respect that. But yeah, man, there's certain people are just in bad situations. You really just gotta be focused, man, on the final end product. So it's very easy to get distracted when you have a lot of things around you that are not aligned with your goal. So you got to stay focused, man. You got to stay focused. All right, let's move on to the next article here, or video rather. Make sure y'all hit that like button. All right, what we got here? All right, this guy talks about how Planet Fitness is a no-show business. All right, this is right. Actually, perfect timing for the New Year resolution people. So this is how a majority of gyms make their money. Let's take a look.
This gym fired its best customers and made millions. Here's how. Planet Fitness was going bankrupt. Then they discovered something dark. They analyzed their data. Bodybuilders came every single day, used every machine, and took up space for hours. Casual members paid the same price but barely showed up. The math was obvious. Serious gym goers cost money. Casual members are pure profit. So they made a brutal decision to get rid of the athletes. They removed heavy weights, banned tank tops, took down mirrors, and created the lunk alarm to shame anyone who grunted or dropped weights. Made hardcore lifters feel unwelcome on purpose. Then they targeted everyone else. The New Year's resolution crowd. The I should probably exercise people. The guilt subscriber who pays monthly and never goes. The psychology is genius. Make the gym non-intimidating. Attract people who want to feel like they're doing something healthy and collect the $10 monthly whether they show up or not. The results? For every 10,000 members, 92% don't actually use the gym. That's not a problem. That's the product. Planet Fitness doesn't sell fitness. They sell the idea of fitness to people who won't follow through. Comment playbook and I'll send you a free PDF.
Damn. Yeah. Hey, man, this is the model of most gyms. I'll be honest with you, man. Most gyms are not in the business of helping you lose weight. Like, that's just a fact. Like, most gyms are not in the business of helping you reach your goals. They're hoping that you don't even show up. That's their model. Like, they hope you just sign up and never show up again, or at least have the idea that you will show up again, so that they can keep charging you every single month. So, but the idea is never to help you get back in shape. That's not the business of the gym. It might be the business, it might be the goal of the fitness industry, but the goal of a fitness gym, it's not to get you in shape. It's not to help you at all. They just want your money. They want to just keep hitting that credit card every single month. But in the back of your mind, the reason why you haven't canceled is because you know I'm gonna go eventually. And hey, you might not even care because hey, it's only $10, it's only $15. But these things add up when it comes to customers. They'll get a bulk of people coming in every single year, signing up, then they fall off. And they said 92% of people sign up and then never show up again. I thought it was 82%, but I guess it's higher. So yeah, man, this is the goal of the fitness gyms, of many fitness gyms. The goal of many fitness gyms is not to get you in shape. Yeah, they'll have trainers there, they'll have things there to help you out, they'll have resources and things of that nature. But in the grand scheme of things, the bottom line is just to make money off you. And they don't really care. If you show up and get in shape, great. Hey, congratulations. But that's not their main goal. Their main goal is not to get you in shape. You know, so that's one thing that you have to realize when it comes to many of these gyms, commercial gyms, mainly the commercial gyms, like the gyms that are lower tier. They're targeting those New Year's, new resolution people, you know, because they know that one, they know you're full of shit. Like they know you're not serious about your goals. You're gonna talk a big game every, November, December, and then you might show up a week or two in January, but then by February, like you're a ghost. You're a ghost town. You're a no-show. So they know they're banking on you having the idea that you want to go get in shape, but they know that once you come in there for a few days, you're gonna fall off eventually, but they're gonna keep getting that money every single month. So you might as well show up. There's no reason to not show up because you're getting billed every single month anyway, whether you're there, whether you're not there. Until you cancel, you're gonna get billed every single month. So you got to make sure you guys are showing up, man, and making your money count, and not just wasting things. Even if it's $10-15 a month, it doesn't matter, man. Get your ass up and go. All right, man, we are approaching the 45-minute mark. I think we got time for one more video before we hit the main event. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm hanging in there, man. All right. We got one more video here. This guy talks about how getting visible abs is one of the easiest things to get, 0.001% will agree. All right, let's take a look at what he says.
Getting a six-pack is literally one of the easiest things in the world to do. I don't understand how there aren't more men with visible abs. Yeah, that statement's completely bullshit. If you're someone that thinks having a six-pack isn't that impressive, let me drop you some facts. So between the ages of 30 and 40 years old, only 5 out of 100 men will be millionaires. That's only 5%. That's not a lot. For that same age range, between 30 and 40 years old, only 1 out of 1,000 men will have visible abs. That's 0.001%. And then they could just be skinny. That doesn't even count. That's like boobs on a fat chick. So if you're a man that has a decent amount of muscle mass and you have visible abs, you are a genetic anomaly. You are an alien on this planet, my friend. And if you think that statement is so far-fetched, literally go to any public place, preferably like a beach or a public pool or something, and see if you can spot anyone that has visible abs and a decent amount of muscle mass. I would be very surprised if you spot at least one. If you spot at least one, that is a lot. So if you have both of those, you are an alien, my friend. Getting a six.
Yeah, man, that's definitely real talk. You're rarely going to find people with abs just walking around, especially if you're in one of these, smaller cities. If you're in a larger city, a major city, it might be different, like in Miami, in LA, cities that have a lot more sun, a lot more emphasis on appearance. That might be different. But we're talking about just the average place. Go to your average local grocery store, go to the airport. Like, you're not going to see many men walking around with visible abs and decent muscle mass. That's the key, right? Because you could be skinny with abs, but do you have muscle mass to go along with those abs? Most of the time, the answer is no, because most people are just lazy, right? Especially as you get older, and I'm not saying having abs is the end all be all, but it is something to be proud of, and it is somewhat of a status symbol. I saw a report that said by the year 2050, you'll have more guys with Rolexes than abs. And to be honest with you, I agree. Just with the rates of obesity, with the rise in people not exercising as much as they used to, and the rates of diabetes going up, the rates of heart disease going up, I completely agree that you'll probably have you might even have more millionaires. You'll find more millionaires, I'm sure, than guys with abs, right? You might see more guys with multi-million-dollar net worth. Excuse me. You'll see more guys who are millionaires than guys that have visible abs that have, a large amount of muscle mass. Like, just having a nice physique is just becoming a rarity, is the main point I'm trying to drive here, right? That is the main point here, is that as we get older, as time goes by, as we get into our 30s, our 40s, our 50s, just having a good physique is going to be rare, and it will be a status symbol at some point. It already is now. But just imagine how it's going to be in 20 and 30 years from now, which is why I emphasize you guys to start taking care of yourself right now, right? Start eating right, start exercising more. Just start doing the little things right now. Take care of yourself, man. You guys want to look young when you're in your 40s and 50s and 60s. You want to get mistaken for 10 years, of someone that's 10 years of your age. Man, just start taking care of yourself now. If you want to look younger as you get older, take care of yourself right now. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until your doctor's telling you, hey, you have high blood pressure, you got high cholesterol. No, take care of yourself right now. While you are able-bodied, while you have more energy, while you may not have as much responsibilities, take care of yourself right now, man. It starts today. The people that wait, but until it's too late, those are the ones that lose. Those are the ones that have a harder time keeping it off. But if you're starting now and you're building that foundation, you're building that discipline, it's going to be way easier for you to keep that weight off and keep a leaner, more appealing physique as you get older. It's a fact. So yeah, man, it's it just is what it is. All right, man, let's get to the main event. We're at the 46-minute mark. Shout out to everybody in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all get my 7-day fat loss guide if you haven't already. If you guys are looking to get started in the new year with your fitness goals, it's free. Just go to winnersdietclub.com and go ahead and get that. All right. All right, man. So today, the main events, we're talking about how, one second. We're talking about how raising your standards or pay the price. So today we're talking about raise your standards or pay the price. Okay. And this is very key because having the best quality of life, right? Having the best quality of life. God damn, my voice is killing me. Having the best quality of life comes from you having high standards. People might call you bougie for liking nice things. Cool, that's fine. You should feel that way. You should want the nicest things out of life, right? You should want the most expensive car. You should want the most money. You should want to live in the nicest house. Why is that a bad thing? Right? Why is that a bad thing? You should want the best body that you can get. Why is that not a bad thing? You know what's funny to me? People will shame you, right? People will shame you and call you bougie for wanting nice, expensive things. Cars, clothes, jewelry, houses, whatever, right? But they won't shame you for wanting a nice body. How does that make any sense? Your standards are still high. You still expect a certain level of discipline. It still requires a lot of work to get that. So why don't we have the same energy for wanting, it's materialism? Well, wanting to look good is kind of vain to a certain degree, which falls under the level of being materialistic. Vanity and materialistic are not too far off. 6, 7. Anyway, but yeah, vanity and materialism are not too far off. So yeah, having a nice body is good and it makes you feel good. But at the same time, let's be honest, most of us work hard to look good. So that's vanity. That's the same thing as me liking nice things, wanting a nice watch, wanting a nice car, wanting to live in the nicest apartment or house. So I don't understand why having high standards can't be, why is that not the standard for everything else? Why does that not apply to everything else? Why do we pick and choose as to what is, accepted or not accepted? It doesn't make any sense to me, but we always shame people for wanting materialism. I don't see how materialism is bad. I don't see why we shame women for wanting the nicest bag or wanting a guy that has a lot of money. I don't see the problem in that. Don't you like nice things for yourself? Don't you want nice things for yourself? I never understand. I want the nicest shit. I want a lot of nice shit. So I don't understand why that is bad on their part. But the problem with this is that people don't think people don't think or believe they should expect the best. That's the problem. Most people have low expectations for themselves. Most people don't believe they deserve nice things. And it's the truth. You know, it's the truth. And which is why they settle for a lot of things they do. They settle for relationships, they settle for jobs, they settle for shitty ass food, you know, they settle being disrespected because everything like this is convenient. It's easy. It's not, it's very hard to get to that type of level, man. But most people don't want to put the work in to go get it. Most of them don't want to work to go get it. They rather just settle for, okay, let me just go, you know, to the takeout spot. Let me just go with this person because, you know, they're good enough. Nah, y'all let y'all emotions dictate your actions. And you know, I don't subscribe to that, you know. And I think that in order to get to the next level in your life, man, you have to have high standards. You have to have high standards. How can you get to the next level thinking small? How can you get to the next level by playing small? It doesn't make any sense. You're always going to be here if you don't start thinking bigger. Like, why can't people, like, it's funny, man, because if you ask people, hey, man, like, how much is enough money for you? They'll give you a relatively small number, right? Oh, man, if I just had $20,000 a month, I'll be good for life. I'm like, what? 20K a month? They're like, that's not enough. I'm like, hell no, that's not enough. I saw a dude that say, man, if I just made $6,000 to $7,000 a month, I'll be good. I'm like, bro, you have to, oh my goodness. I saw that. I was just like, this brother just he don't think he deserve the best. And rightfully so. A lot of times, a lot of us don't deserve the best because we don't believe we can get it. So in that sense, yeah, you don't deserve anything. If you don't believe you can go get it, then you don't deserve it. You know, if I don't believe I can scale this business to 7-8 figures, then I don't deserve 7-8 figures. If I didn't believe that I can become a celebrity trainer in Los Angeles, I would have never did it. It would have never happened. I would have still been back in the Bay Area doing whatever I was doing. So this is what I mean, man, when I say, like, you have to raise your standards, man. You have to protect your standards. You know, protect your life. What life do you want to have? What type of body do you want to have? What type of things and network do you want to have? You can't have a good network with people with loser mindsets. That will shape your life. There's just the reason why I don't hang around a lot of people that's my age, especially, is because a lot of these people have just low level thinking. Like, I had a friend, man, like my best friend right now. I'm not gonna say who it is, but my best friend right now, like, he's probably one of the most successful guys I know in our age range. But he just has a lot of loser ass friends that he hangs around. You know, and I'm like, man, I never told him this, but I'm like, bro, you will get to another level in your life if you cut off all your loser ass friends and got around some different people. And I'm sure he knows it, but at the same time, you know, he's loyal to a fault. I get it. But me, I'm not like that, man. Once I start to see that type of shit around me, I cut bait quick. Because I'm not, that type of shit is contagious, right? A mindset is contagious. Habits are contagious. You start hanging around people with bad habits and a loser mindset, that will rub off on you. And you don't notice it until you start to realize, damn, my life really is not going nowhere. I'm still in the same place, doing the same things, haven't made no changes, haven't had any accomplishments. It's the same thing every single day. But what you don't realize is that person around you is a loser. That person is a loser. That person is a loser. That person is a loser. And you guys are just having this loser ball, this loser energy. You got loser energy around you. That's why you're losing. So for me, I noticed that quick and I just cut bait, man. I'm like, I'd rather be by myself, bro. I'd rather be by myself, you know. But I do that to protect myself. I do that to protect myself from, bad relationships, regret, having bad health. Because 9 times out of 10, these people are going to be eating like shit, and that's going to be contagious. So I protect myself by just removing myself from bad things. So you have to have high standards, man. You have to have, like I always say, non-negotiables. Things like I don't skip workouts. I don't eat like this. I don't eat like trash throughout the week. I don't stay where the vibe is off. I don't make excuses for things that I'm trying to accomplish. So when you have this level of standard for yourself, it's very hard to go back down another notch. It's very hard to go back down to a lower level because you've raised the bar, and the bar should always be raised every single time, right? You should be constantly raising that bar every single time. You never settle for things that are not aligned with what you set out to do. And that can, and sometimes family can get in the middle of this, your best friends, your spouse, sometimes your kids can, man. And look, it gets very difficult when it gets in those types of, when it starts to get in that type of lane, it gets very difficult. But you have to have the discernment to know how to operate and, move in those situations. So my thing is this, man. There are 5 ways where you need to raise your standards, right? And it's not always about materialism. It's great. If you want nice things, man, go get nice things, right? Go get the Gucci belt. Go get the $5,000 coat, man. Whatever. If you like that, go get it. Don't let people make you feel bad for liking what you like, man. If you're willing to go get it, work for it, work hard for it, don't be a bum that expects it and then doesn't put the work in. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that like the nice shit. If you like it and you work hard for it, man, you deserve it. Go get it. But there's 5 areas where you need to raise your standards. One is your physical health. You have to be in shape. That is a non-negotiable every single time. 2 is your time. Don't be around people that waste your time. Don't do things that waste your time. Your environment, right? Like I always say, you got to distance yourself from people that are not aligned with where you want to go. Self-talk, like I always talk about with the people, self-talk, right? So self-talk can come from you feeling like you don't deserve that thing, or you feeling like getting that thing that you want is not achievable, when in reality it really is. And then number 5 is your word, right? You saying what you're going to do, you have to stick to that. There's not going to be any excuses. There's not going to be, I'll do it tomorrow. No. You said you was going to do it today. You said you was going to hit legs today. Go hit legs. That's your word. You made a promise to yourself. Hold that standard to yourself. So just doing these things, man, doing these things can really hold a standard, and set you up for the next level of your life. But it was funny. I was talking about a story about, this was last year, I think. Was it last year? So I was talking with one of my homies, clients, at his house, and he was just talking about just making as much money as he can, and me, I was just like, I don't know why I said this, but I said it because, at that time I felt like getting that number was unachievable for myself. So he threw out a number that he wanted to make, You know what I'm saying? Where he was like, yo, if I get this number, I'm good. And I'm like, damn, bro, you already got enough money. Like, ain't that enough? And he looked at me. He was like, bro, you want to keep being my friend? He was joking, but at the same time, I could tell he was serious. I was like, damn, you right, bro. You right. You right. I was like, you right. I don't know why I was thinking like that. But it just lets you know, man, like how limited beliefs can hold you back, right? At that moment, I felt like that number was unachievable for myself. So in my mind, subconsciously, I didn't have a high standard for myself, you know. And when you're around people that do have high standards, they can pick up on that. They can know when you don't really believe in yourself. And that doesn't mean that they don't love you, but at the same time, you know, they might take a step back from you if you don't level up. And that's just what it is, you know. And it is what it is, man. It's life. They might love you from afar, but they can't really associate with you if you're not doing the necessary steps to reach, not always reach their level, but get past the level that you're at currently, you know. So when I heard someone say, man, if I just make 20K a month, I mean, I'll be good for life, I looked at him crazy. I was just like, bro, what the fuck? I need all the money I can get. If that's 200K, if that's 2 million, if that's $20 million. He was like, what are you gonna buy? It's like, it's not about the money, bro. For me, it's not about the money. It's about the level of just getting there. It's the chase. It's the competitive nature in me that wants to just make more every single time. So I used to always think, man, why are people like, why are people billionaires? Like after $10 million, isn't that enough money? Like, why do you need 50? Why do you need 100? Why do you need 500 billion? Like, why do you need 100 million? You know, like I always just thought like that. And I just realized, bro, it's not about the money, man. It's the competition. It's the competitive nature in any man that wants to strive to do more, you know. And if you don't have that for yourself, man, you're just not operating at the highest level that you should. Your standards are not high enough, you know. And that's just what it is, man. You have to have the highest standards to know that nobody can compete with you, and you're going to outwork everybody, and you're going to push yourself past limits that you didn't even realize are there. And that's really what it boils down to. That's really all it is, you know. But anyway, man, that's been today's show. Great show today. I pushed through it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Excuse me. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We may or may not be here on Friday. If not Friday, definitely Saturday or Sunday, depending on how I feel. But I had to push through and get this thing done today, man. So thank you guys for sticking around. But anyway, man, I'll see you guys again this weekend. Peace.